The Nashville Soundbite presents This Week in Country Music, August 22nd through 28th. 4 years ago in 2017, the Little Big Town single Better Man was certified gold and platinum by the RIAA. Jimmy told us of the song written by Taylor Swift.
This song, I first of all love the melody. The chorus just kind of soars when it comes in, and it feels like one of those classic country melodies on a chorus that we just fell in love with from the first time we heard it. And the message, I think everybody can identify with the sentiment of the song. A lot of times in life, there are things that you have to walk away from that don't necessarily feel like the greatest decision to have to make in your life, but sometimes you just know that it's time to move on, and no matter how hard that is, you just know down in your heart that it's time to do that. And those are very difficult decisions that we face sometimes in our lives, and I think this song talks about that beautifully.
12 years ago this week in 2009, Taylor Swift's You Belong With Me kicked off a 2-week run at number 1 on the Billboard Country Singles Chart. The same year, a young Swift talked about what kept her grounded.
And the things that keep me grounded are enjoying simple things, like on a rainy day watching Grey's Anatomy DVDs, and getting really, really excited when a new episode of CSI is on, and going to Cracker Barrel, and things like that. I love little things, like writing thank you notes and letters and things like that. I think when you find joy in things like that, that stuff never changes.
In 1995, 26 years ago, Vince Gill's Go Rest High on That Mountain was released with background vocals by Patti Loveless. A few years later, Vince talked about building a studio in his home.
I just thought it would work. I never thought I'd have a studio in my house, but we did it, and I'm glad I did it. It gives me a real solid place to land. To be my home. Amy and I married late in life, and we'd been married for a while, and she says, how are you doing with all this? Because, I stepped into 3 kids, a nanny, an assistant, and, just an awful lot of folks. And I said, well, there's times that I feel like a stranger in my own house, and not so much anymore. I've got a place that really grounds me and centers me in what I do best.
Back in 1983, 38 years ago, Kenny Rogers and Linda Gray on TV's The Gambler, The Adventure Continues graced the cover of People magazine. Years later, in 2016, Kenny talked about songs that he just had to sing every night on his final Gambler tour.
Music is the great memory maker of all time. And you hear a song and you remember where you heard it, and you don't want to hear anybody but the original artist do it. I have those. And I think that I'm lucky to have had as many as I've had, and I respect that, and I want to do as many of them as I can. I have to do Islands in the Stream. I have to do Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town, Reuben James, Daytime Friends, Nighttime Lovers.